Welcome back to the Global Local Top Tips, and today, rice pudding. We're going to bring this classical dish into today's world with some small tweaks just to make it a little bit more modern. I feel that everybody should be able to make at least one dessert, and it doesn't get any easier than this, and it's sure to impress. Let's get stuck in. So to get started with our rice pudding, there's two ways we can do this. We can do it in a pot on the stove, or we can do it in a tray and put it in the oven. Both are really, really good. It is just easier to regulate the heat when you do it in a pot. So what we've got here is 1.5 cups of rice. And I'm gonna do it in cups today because it's just easier when you're talking about rice to do it in cups. So I've got 1.5 cups of rice in there. I've got 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of cream, and I've got 1 cup of coconut milk. Just in there. I've got 1/2 cup of sugar. And you can use less, you can use more. Completely up to your own taste. And just give that a little stir on. I haven't even got the heat on yet. I'm just trying to get it all in there. To that, I want to add in 2 tablespoons of coconut, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla seed, or vanilla paste. Slowly bring it up on the heat to just a simmer. So my rice is just coming to a simmer now, and I just want to keep a stir in it. You do not want to let this burn, and it will burn easily because of how rich it is in there. That coconut cream, the sugar, it will just love to burn if you let it stick. So this is why we have it on a low heat. And this won't take very, very long at all. This is a great one to get the kids involved in because it's not very complex. Just while I was waiting for that to come up to a simmer, I had some coconut shavings and I just put them in the pan and I roasted them literally for 2 minutes just to get them nice and brown, and that's just going to be my garnish on the top. I've also got a little bit of strawberry jam there, and you can use a strawberry coulis or any kind of fresh fruit. You can use dried fruit too. Just completely depends on what you like. All the flavors are in the rice. It's going to be pretty sweet, so you don't need to go crazy on a topping. You want something that has a different texture to the rice, and that's why I've crisped up that coconut. So my rice is starting to come together there beautifully. It's sucking in all those liquids. It's such an easy dish, but so satisfying. My grandmother used to cook this for us when we were kids, when we went to visit her. And I can still remember just force feeding myself this because it was so good. Again, you can use any rice for this. I'm using arborio here today. And you can use long grain, basmati. The only thing I would say is that if you're using basmati, you know, it has quite a strong flavor in itself, so just depending on what you want the outcome to be, you know. But any rice you have, and you can use a mixture of brown rice if you want. Just takes a little bit longer to cook. But these are the fantastic things about these dishes that we're doing. They're so adaptable, they're so easy. But you're still learning key principles as the dishes get more and more complicated. So our rice is nearly ready. You can see now that it's nearly taken up all that liquid. And let's just see if it's sweet enough and is it cooked enough. It's definitely sweet enough. There's still a small bite to the rice, and that's where we need to leave it. So we're going to take it off the heat, and we're just going to let it rest for 10 minutes, just so it can suck up the rest of that liquid. So here we are, 10 minutes later. The rice is still piping hot, but it's soaked up the rest of that liquid. Now, you can serve it hot, and it's beautiful hot, or you can serve it cold. You can eat some of it hot and eat some of it later. Either way, I'm just simply gonna pour a nice portion into a bowl. You're gonna get just a little bit of that coconut on the top, and of course just a little spoonful of jam, and let it mix in there. And there you have it, just a really simple dessert that anyone can do, presented in so many different ways, in glasses, in bowls, but any way you put it, it's one of my favorites. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment down below any videos you'd like to see in the future. Hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon. We'll see you soon.